Wealth is a very strange thing from a human point of view. Some people need only a few years to achieve it, and some spend a lifetime to achieve financial success and never get it. Earl Nightingale first thought about big money at age 9, and through the years, he managed to carry his thoughts that he called his amazing secret. As a radio speaker and author, Nightingale was able not only to tell people how to become rich, but also explain what prevents most people from reaching their financial goals. Earl Nightingale's advice helped millions of ordinary people rethink the way they become rich. Imagine that today, you too will have the opportunity to discover the most amazing secret of the famous author. And most importantly, learn what factors get in the way of your wealth. I guarantee you will be surprised at how unobvious things can bring you big money. Welcome to the main channel on finance. Join the ranks of future millionaires by clicking the subscribe button right now. Earl Nightingale was born in a very poor family at a time of economic crisis. Since his childhood, he was looking for an answer to the question of why some people get rich while others struggle to survive. He could not get answers from adults, so he read all kinds of books, hoping and believing that sooner or later he would find the answer he was looking for. Many years passed, and at the age of 35, as a radio speaker, he made his famous audio recording in which he analyzed his years of research. One Sunday morning, a group of salesmen listened to this recording while Earl was away. Upon his return, he learned that his message had had a huge success and that the people who had listened to it wanted a copy for themselves and their friends. To meet the need, Earl Nightingale signed a vinyl disc deal with Columbia Records. To his surprise, the record became a bestseller without any advertising campaign or marketing efforts. It exceeded 1 million copies, and the record achieved gold disc status. Such success lay in the simplicity of the thoughts the speaker was trying to convey. Nightingale's record begins with a clearly formed notion of what financial success is. It is the consistent realization of a worthy ideal. Let's take a closer look at young people in their 25s. All of them believe sacredly that they will succeed in life. If you ask any of them if they want to be successful, you will hear the affirmative, and you will see that they approach life with fire. But at the age of 65, only 5% of them get really successful. Why do so many people fail? What happened to the sparkle in their eyes over the past 40 years? Where have their dreams, their plans, their goals gone? Where does the gap between their intentions and their accomplishments come from? Nightingale insists that it is only a matter of habits, actions, or things that do not conform to the so-called worthy ideal. That is, when properly set financial goals, a person neglects the conditions of the ways to achieve them. If you understand exactly what amount of money you are striving for, but in recent years there has been no special progress towards it, do not blame yourself, because next I will tell you what prevents you from getting rich according to Earl Nightingale. Live easy, die rich. Nightingale divided people into two groups: frugal but poor, and wasteful and therefore poor. Thus, the speaker implied that the creation of wealth has nothing to do with a certain attitude towards money. To become rich, you need to find a financial balance between pleasant wastefulness and comfortable saving. Trust your life and you will get exactly as much money as you and your life experience need. In a way, see money as energy that is attracted to free and easy thinking. In order to feel rich, it is important to approach things with ease and live within your means without looking into other people's pockets thinking, oh well, if I don't have what my neighbor has, then I'm not happy. Because you can never have too much. There will always be things that cost much more than we can afford. But it's one thing when we enjoy what we have now and strive for more. It's another thing when we suffer and agonize over our current state of affairs and constantly see what we want to have but never get it. In this case, we block ourselves desperately paddling somewhere towards a bright future, but we simply do not have enough energy to achieve it. Since unhappiness hides unhappiness behind dissatisfaction, and there is no energy in unhappiness at all. Money does not tolerate stagnation, afraid of those who are constantly saving up and denying themselves everything, because money is drawn to pleasure. Learn to pamper yourself within your means and genuinely enjoy the pampering you buy. The pleasure you get from spending the money you earn fuels the flame of wealth. But do so, of course, with the understanding that you really can't afford it now. The smell of a rich, affluent person can only be acquired when you live within your means and enjoy new things. It is the feeling of an achiever. Such a person reeks of prosperity, or the feeling that everything in life suits him. He does not whine and complain, he is not a victim. The rich person looks for opportunities to make life easier and better, not for reasons why things are always so bad. The rich person says to himself, "I am worthy of success and I will succeed." This positive attitude is what paves the way to more money. Fast profits, myth or reality? The greatest enemy of your wallet is ignorance, says Nightingale. Most people want to achieve wealth easily and effortlessly. This desire often pushes them to rash financial behavior, which only worsens the situation. There are also those who, in the pursuit of quick profits, do not even notice their ignorance. When applying for a job, some people immediately look at the size of the salary, while others wonder what they can learn and how it will help them in later life. It's better to get a job at a reputable company with a small starting salary, because you can build a career and earn much more after a while. Don't just focus on how much money you'll get after a month of work. Students like to say that education and college only take time away from them and it could be spent on earning money. Like, you can get 150 grand a month at a construction site. They are still young and don't know yet that working at a construction site costs health and sometimes life. If you work for a large company or do your own business, you can earn a lot more with less work. We cannot, of course, say that there is no such thing as a quick profit. For example, billionaire Warren Buffett believes that you can make money even in your sleep, and it really is. Having a solid investment portfolio, there will definitely be no problem with it. But to come to this state of affairs, you need to overcome some obstacles. Learning the investment business, gaining experience, and only then will you benefit from it. Free cheese exists, you just need to know how to get it. The fight against chronophasius. In the system of personal enrichment, there is always a separate chapter on the importance of time. People often don't realize how big a role plays time management in their lives. But it is much harder to accept the fact that your earnings depend on the right use of time. Between success and failure lies a chasm whose name is, "I have no time," says Nightingale. Earl, in his speech, highlights such a phenomenon as chronophage, a word of Greek origin literally translated as time eater. Everything that is called chronophage really steals our time, interferes with your work, disrupts plans, and somehow pressures our income. Unfortunately, we are the initiators of chronophasius, the inability to prioritize in life, blurred goals, interests, and personal boundaries, lack of self-discipline. All this leads to the fact that our time literally slips through our fingers. Chronophasias don't just deprive us of free time. They consume our resources, productivity, finances, energy, and reputation. Nightingale managed to divide time eaters into categories. Animate chronophasias, time that is spent on useless communication with people, idle conversations with colleagues, long discussions with loved ones, inefficient meetings, meaningless phone conversations, etc. Inanimate chronophasias are useless activities that take away energy and affect the quality and performance of work. Here are some of them: TV addiction, phone or computer games, social networks, surfing the internet, YouTube and TikTok videos, some hobbies. If you really want to get rich, it pays to take special care to plan your day. Anticipate all the chronophasias in advance and try to optimize potentially wasted time. As a result, you will become a more efficient person, which will eventually bring monetary results. 5% factor. Listening to Earl Nightingale's audio recording time and time again, one gets the sense that his most amazing secret was statistical observation. Most people will still miss non-obvious things on the road to wealth, for absolutely different reasons. For some, they will be uncomfortable, and some will simply find them too petty. Therefore, I appeal to you personally, future millionaires. If you really want to be rich and successful, start changing your life dramatically. It is important to understand that any little thing today can cost you success tomorrow. With this approach, you will definitely overcome all obstacles on your way and be able to hit the coveted 5%. This was the main channel on finance. Subscribe and get rich.